it's Victoria for SlurpVision. I'm here with Louise Hurren, wine communicator and specialist from the Languedoc, and we'll be tasting some wines today and talking about the region. So thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
So Louise, could you start by telling us where Languedoc is situated?
Sure. If you imagine a map of France, you go straight down to the Mediterranean coast. To the east you've got Provence. Everything else to the west, from the Camargue to the Spanish border, is Languedoc-Roussillon.
And I mean, for me, the reason I love the region is because of the diversity and the value I feel it offers. Can you tell us, maybe for consumers that don't know about it, why that is?
Sure. I mean, diversity is a very good word to sum up Languedoc-Roussillon because we have diversity of climate, we have coast, but we also have plain, we also have mountains as you go further inland. We have diversity of soil types, which means that in turn we can have a great diversity of grape varieties that we grow successfully because of all these different areas we can plant them and they do flourish, which means in turn we can have an amazing diversity of wine styles.
Yes.
We have white, red, rosé, still, sparkling, we have sweet fortified wines. We have this amazing range. Yeah, that's the diversity of Languedoc-Roussillon.
Why do you think it is that, you know, if it is such a great region, so interesting, diverse, why do you think it's not quite on the same level as Bordeaux or Burgundy though?
Yeah. Well, historically, Languedoc-Roussillon made wine in quantity, but not really in quality. Right. They used to make wine, for example, that was given to the troops that went to the front in the First World War. In the 1970s, winemakers in Languedoc started to move away from making wine in bulk, selling their wine in bulk and putting it into bottle, which meant there was a focus on quality. People started thinking a little more deeply about what they were making and how they were going to make it and who was going to buy it and why. And so you got a sort of a groundswell of people who were starting to really think about making better wine. So a shift, if you like, away from quantity towards quality. And that has rolled on for the last 30, 40 years, which means that production levels have actually halved in the last 20 years, but quality has really absolutely gone up. So historically, no, we don't have the credentials of a Bordeaux or a Burgundy, but what we do have is this sort of unique diversity and a move now towards quality, which is really exciting.
There are winemakers from regions like Burgundy coming to Languedoc now to be making wines because they recognize the potential.
And I think we're going to be tasting one of those later, aren't we?
Yep. And just quickly, I mean, I guess this is stemming from the point about the more kind of direction towards quality. There's a big movement towards organic wines as well.
Yeah. Well, Languedoc-Roussillon is the leading French region in terms of organic winemaking. We have more hectares, if you like, it's a surface area thing. We have more hectares of organically farmed vineyard. We also have more organic certified estates in Languedoc-Roussillon. We are by far and away the leaders when it comes to
the organic region. Yeah, that's really interesting. Why do you think that is?
I would hazard a guess that it's to do with the climate. We have a very dry, hot, sunny climate. We have on average about 300 days of sunshine a year. Wow. Which obviously helps if you're growing grapes because you have less problems with things like rot and mildew and damp. We also have a lot of coastal breezes. We have about 140 miles of coastline, so that's plenty of wind coming in off the sea to keep things nice, to keep the vineyard nice and dry and clean and aired through, which obviously helps if you're trying to farm your grapes without having to fight disease and use some kind of synthetic chemical solution. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to tasting the 6 wines that you've got today because there's a real diversity there as well.
Absolutely. Well, please click through each of the bottles that you see and you'll find an individual tasting review by myself and Louise.